Hello, Sunday Club. Me and Kev, after another win, clean sheet. Let's get into it.
Let's go.
Hello, hello, hello. We're here again. Sunday Club. We're still on a good run, which is nice. Like, subscribe, comment, jazz, do a dance, backflips, do whatever you want, but spread the word. Kevin's with me this week, so I have someone to talk to, which is nice. How are you doing, Danny Zuko?
Okay, mate. Yeah, fucking Leeds.
Fulham. Yeah, we will get into that. So, again, as I say, welcome if you're watching. Join in the conversation. Me and Kev like to dissect what you say, or just repeat it, or answer your questions. If you're watching this and you're not live, get your comments in on the videos. So let's just jump straight into what happened yesterday, which is a game that I went to. My run still continues, which is very, very good. Is this Leeds United 1, Fulham 0? How did you feel about this game, Kevin?
What, going into it or the actual game itself?
Going into it, mate. Going into it. Actually, let me just stop you there first before we get into the Fulham game. Sorry, I've jumped the gun a bit. We haven't spoken for a while since the last. We've had 2 games since you've spoken. So let's just go back a little bit. We had a game midweek last week against Newcastle at St James's Park. We ended up losing right at the end in an enthralling game, which Newcastle have been a part of in many years.
It's one of the best games I've watched. All this Newcastle growing up. Fucking Stan Collymore, Faustino Asprilla, and now Brendan Aronson etches his name into history for one of those big games. So, yeah, that was all right. That was. It was. Honestly, I was absolutely, again, papping my pants all the time through that entire game because I have no idea who was going to win. I just thought from the first minute, I was going, this is going to be a really good game. And it just kind of, brilliant game to watch. Obviously, terrible result, but, you know, obviously there were some positives in that match. So, yeah, it was just really, really fun to watch. I'll be honest. Normally I get like proper anxiety watching Leeds, but honestly, I like sat up. I was like rocking backwards and forwards watching it. So it was just so good. But obviously, towards the end, you could see it coming, though, couldn't you? As well.
Well, you could see a winner coming. I wouldn't have said either one team was going to do it, but you could almost sense that sort of. It's almost like, especially when they put the 10 minutes up, you could almost feel like
the inevitability of something happening when they put 10 minutes on the board. Every time there's something with 10 minutes, something bad's going to happen or something good's going to happen, depending on your mindset and fan base.
Yeah, it's like the football gods were going, you're going to get a winner. And even still after they scored that ended up to be the winning goal, Harvey Barnes prick. He still sort of added on a little bit more time for the possible equaliser, and we sort of broke, and then they broke again. But yeah, it was a great game to watch. Shit defending from both teams at times, some shit goalkeeping. But yeah, it's nice to get your thoughts on that. And then we had another game, Kev. We had another game that happened last week, and I after the Newcastle reaction, I sort of said, "Oh yeah, we'll probably be getting knocked out of the cup early again." It didn't turn out that way. It was quite comfortable in the end. How did you find that game?
Well, the goat fingerers were easy. They were terrible, weren't they? They had a good first half. They said, "Oh God, something bad's going to happen here," and then they were just terrible, weren't they? In that second half, just our quality just shone through. And obviously, there's somebody's after this like last run of games. One Leeds player's started to turn out to be a bit of a hero, hasn't he? Started to pick up pace, and obviously James Justin started to like show what he can do. And I'm really, really impressed with him because obviously everyone was saying that he was a stinker when we bought him, but I remember him being quite a good player for Leicester. Obviously, when they're shit, he's going to be shit. So he looks like a bargain at 10 million, man. And he's got an engine on him as well, and he can run all day. I actually fear for Jayden Bogle a little bit, when everybody's fit. I think he's the sort of player that Farker will like trust a lot because of his defensive ability. And I feel fear Jayden Bogle might just be worried a little bit, man, about James Justin Jones, as they would say.
Well, I've actually got him down as a talking point in a little bit, so we'll talk more about James Justin later. But in terms of the cup,
yeah, we're going to win it. Yeah, we're going to win
the same thought. So I was like, "Yeah, we're going to win this now. We just need a nice couple of a nice run in up to the final." So
our next Friday, that's not an easy game. That Birmingham away at 12:00.
We'll piss it.
It's not easy, but yeah, you never know.
It could be a very similar game to what happened against Derby if we just play the way we can play, because we're a good team. I think we're a good team now. We've got a way of playing.
What American football team did Tom Brady play for?
I don't know, mate. The Mighty Ducks.
Yeah,
I don't know. It's a hockey team, isn't it? The
Mighty Ducks, yeah.
Fuck knows. I only know the 49ers.
The
little giants. This is for intimidation.
Yeah, play for the little giant. He's one of those. But I mean, it's again, obviously, the American owner thing is coming head to head again, isn't it? Really, and he's sort of like the Birminghamville Leeds Super Bowl BMX kick in the back of the net. Do you know what I mean? I think it's going to be something like that, but. Hopefully we get a win there. And I mean, if you get past that, if you get past the fifth, if you get into the fifth round, there's every chance that you could either win it or you not win it. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, always that one.
As long as you're in it, you've got a chance to win it.
As long as you're still in, you've got a chance to win it. That's what I'd say.
Yeah.
I mean, we could be like a dark horse in this competition, mate. I know it's because like on our day we could pick a result against anybody, and we've shown that recently.
Yeah,
I mean, we give people games: Newcastle, Liverpool, Man City. I mean, why can't we go on and win the FA Cup and have a European tour next year? Or we just finish in 8th. We're only 8th off the European places, mate.
I mean, I did say it at the start. That was my prediction.
Don't do this to me. That payment's crazy, man, and it's so convoluted all the way up to like 8th, 9th, man.
It is crazy. Yeah, so we're going to win the cup.
We're definitely going to win. Yeah, and those goat fingers can do one as well. Spotgate, little twat. So I didn't realise. Yeah, Ben Brereton Diaz played for them. He's obviously had some. Hasn't he?
I thought that as well.
God, 100 years ago, we wanted him, didn't we? We were like, after him, God, he'd get winning in the Premier League. Oh, Bielsa liked him.
Yeah, he got called up for Chile, and he turned into a South American.
His name was Ben Brereton before, and then when he got called up to Chile, he put Diaz on his name, didn't he? Because he wanted to be a bit like fucking have some like mystery about him. But in reality, he's just a knob,
just a derby player, now, isn't he?
Yeah, just a derby player, mate.
Yeah, so let's get back into yesterday's game. As I say, it was the Leeds Fulham. Overall view of the game, mate.
Bored. It was yesterday was. I mean, obviously we're going to go into a lot more detail of the other little bits and stuff, but mate, that was one boring ass game that was yesterday. I mean, it was just. It's probably the most boring game I've watched all year. As Leeds, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I went to watch it, and
hopefully Ina agrees, man. That was boring as shit, James.
You watch football because you enjoy football, and it's like when there weren't a lot happening, but it was a bit like the game down at their ground, really. But I think that the first half was a bit even, Stevensy. I still think we were the better team in the first half, but second half we sort of we sort of put pressure on, and I
Yeah,
always thought we were going to score a goal, but when it
I
was getting to the latter stage,
I do think we deserve to win. I
yeah,
will agree with that. And there was obviously a couple of performances that were other than obviously on our side that were a little bit better than some of the other players on our team. But I mean, it was just lackluster of a game. And if you can win those sort of games, then you're in good nick, really, aren't you? Because those are
yeah,
the sort of games we would have lost last year, even in Championship, and the year before we would have lost that game in the Championship. Because that's what sort of obviously the jinxes and that would happen to us. So yeah, I mean, I
yeah,
can't moan. Obviously, I screamed. Obviously, when we scored, it woke the whole street up again. But yeah, good,
yeah.
nice, love it.
That's it. I mean, you're going to get these games, aren't you? You're going to get these little dogged 1-0 wins, and we've got one, and we've got a clean sheet as well. Well, we'll talk about that in a little bit. So this is the team that they put out. Obviously, there's a few players missing from the starting lineup. Were you surprised about any of them being missing? Probably not one of them, maybe, but
No, I actually thought he'd stick with Perry, mate. I actually thought he would stick with him, and obviously I watched the Daniel Farke's press conference. I didn't know nothing about Stack or about Big Jacka being out, to be honest. And then it all come. You saw the rumours on Wacko, didn't you? Everyone was saying that they're injured, and it all just happens within the day. And I actually did dread the worst without them two in, because I'd say over the last 5-6 games, them two have been like two of our top players, and we kept a clean sheet without them.
oh no, I was thinking that. But yeah, I've seen it.
I'll probably like Stack's defensive contributions in the middle of the pack sometimes is like top end. Even like you look at his FPL points, he's. I mean, I don't look at data. I look at his FPL points for defensive contributions and stuff like that. And he seems to always be in and around those sort of things, putting in those blocks, getting on the end of things. He's a good, powerful runner. I thought we'd missed that yesterday, but obviously not, because no one was really running.
I mean, I've seen a comment before the game, and I didn't really take much notice of it about Stack and BL being out, and then obviously I drove up there, and then you get there and you get like a team sheet when you walk in, and I seen they weren't in. I was like, oh, okay, and then I seen Perry being dropped, which is it's very telling. I mean, yes, I think he could have done better on some of the goals that he's conceded, but I didn't think it was Melier proportion problems where he's dropping balls for people to score.
I think this is just. I think what he's done here, James, is probably just giving him a quick little lesson, quick kick up the arse. He might end up being back in for the next match. Do you know what I mean? Or keep Darlow in for a bit, and if Darlow messes up, takes him out, or Perry comes in for the FA Cup game, and then we can see where we're at. Do you know what I mean? But I mean, I don't see Perry being out for too long. Not have to spend that much money on a goalkeeper unless they're going to get another goalkeeper. Yeah.
I'd just get a fucking 12 goalkeepers. Just keep adding goalkeepers until we find one that's decent.
I mean, do you know what I'd do? I mean, it's not out of the realms of possibility, mate, but James Trafford would probably be available on loan. Do you know what I mean? Needs to play before the World Cup. I'd take that.
Possibly. I don't know. I don't know. I think I'm not writing him off just yet, because I think there's a lot some, like I say, we've spoke about certain players before, and some players need a little bit of time adjusting. Some players can, like a duck to water. They get it. Look, Junior Furper, it took him 10 years to start finally playing football for us. I know it's in the Championship, but it just takes a little bit of time for some people, and there is something there, because like I think last season his save ratio is pretty damn good for the team he was in and stuff, but just seems a little slow off the mark on his line and getting down and stuff. His reactions, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's a confidence thing. I don't know. But I was surprised that he brought Darlow in, and I mean, you know how I feel about Darlow. I don't trust him too much. I mean, he's got a clean sheet yesterday, but I don't think they had one shot on target, and it was the softest header that you could have had.
Yeah,
he wasn't really tested yesterday, and I was expecting a Harry Wilson long ranger flying into the top corner at some point, because
I expected that as well.
Yeah, but it didn't prove to be that, and with that team, with the players missing, which was a surprise to a few of us. Another player that's sort of I think has been spoken about quite a lot recently is Ayo Tanaka not being brought in again. I know he started in the FA Cup, played okay. Well, actually, I'll give him my man of the match with the FA Cup because I thought it was really good, but it was against Derby. I think a lot of people expected him to start this game. What did you think about that change not happening and Garev keeping his place?
I was a little bit miffed, to be honest. I mean, he was probably our best player last year, yeah? Like, overall, over the entire season, yeah? Maybe not.
One of, definitely.
Yeah, definitely one of. Do you know what I mean? And every game he's played, apart from the Arsenal game, I still think he's been up there, you know? A couple of games he's not been at his absolute best, but I still think he's the one that makes things happen. Even like him and Ampadu together are so good. And I think since we've switched to this, obviously this back three with wing backs, he's obviously the one that suffered the most out of this. And I would start him over Garev every single day of the week. Especially if we had Stack and Ampadu in there, 100% I'll be keeping Ampadu, man. Tanaka in there. He can find space like in all the places. The best at receiving the ball out the back. He plays good forward passes. My middle three would be Tanaka, Ampadu, and Stack all day. That's who I'd play. But obviously, Brendan Aronson would play Aronson at the moment. Aronson off Calvert-Lewin. I think Okafor. We've been saying something's about to happen. Something's about to happen for weeks now, and nothing's happened. I think maybe he's due a bit out of the team. I think Aronson and Calvert-Lewin link up quite well. So just do that, mate. Just do that, Farker. Unless we get Strandberg and then they will just fuck off Aronson.
I mean, this is the thing as well. It's like, yeah, you've just stated there that Farker needs to do this and sort of put Tanaka in, and a lot of fans feel the same way. But then I'm gonna sort of counteract that a little bit. And it's not saying I think Garev's a better player than Tanaka, because I don't. But I think that, as I keep saying, Farker is a very sort of like it's a bit of like an old style manager that
optimistic manager, yeah,
likes a bit of consistency. And like, to be fair to Garev, he's come in the last few games against really tough opposition: Liverpool, Man United, Newcastle, and he's not really put a foot wrong. He's done well. He's done well in what he does, and like you say, with the three at the back, it's obviously you're getting the wing backs to push forward. You've got Ampadu in there. It's almost like he's maybe going, right, I'll have a bit more of a defensive player in there because Aronson, he likes to float around and does what he does. So the thinking behind that is keeping him in there because of his sort of defensive ability a little bit. He ticks the ball over, and he played well yesterday. He did do well. He was getting in front of players, getting his foot in. So I understand the reasonings behind keeping Garev in, bit of consistency, and like I say, he's not really put a foot wrong. I wouldn't have been absolutely shocked if he'd have brought Tanaka in, but there is something there. I don't know what it is. Maybe he's not offering that defensive role. We can do it. We've seen it all last season, but this is a little bit of a different kettle of fish, and I just think he needed a bit more security in there, because I think what's his name? We talked about him a minute ago. Bloody, we're gonna plays for Fulham. We're after him. Forget his name, but he plays on Harry Wilson. Yeah, he plays on that side, don't he? So I think it was maybe having him over that side a little bit and being that sort of cover. But he ended up moving over to the other side anyway at some point. But yeah, that's my thinking behind the Garev thing, keeping him in, consistency, and maybe if you get Stack back in the game, there'll be a shout to then put Tanaka in, because what Stack can do as a defensive player and as a ball carrier. But that's what I think. That's my reasonings behind why Garev's staying in. But like I say, consistency is massive for him, for Farker. I think he doesn't like to change too much, at one time. Obviously, the cup games are a different thing. He likes to get players who haven't played a lot. But when it comes to the league, I think he likes a bit of consistency. Players continuously playing with each other, not having these changes constantly all over the place, because it just disrupts us a little bit. But yeah, like I said, I wouldn't have been massively surprised if Tanaka come in. But he did set up the goal. He did the pass before the pass.
Yeah.
Tanaka when he come on, and he got injured as well when he did it. I don't know if you've seen it. The player stomped right on his foot as he did it, and he was hobbling at the end of the game. But, yeah. So let's have a look at this. So yeah, you mentioned him earlier, mate, and I'll pop him on there. James Justin. If anyone's watching, how do you feel James Justin has come on since he's been playing regularly, a little bit more regularly? His performances, how do you think he's getting on? My opinion of him was that we've had two very good sort of right backs in terms of Bogle and James Justin. I think that Bogle offers you more going forward as a right back, as a right wing back, or whatever you want to call it. And I think James Justin gives you a bit more of a defensive sort of outlet. But he did score against Derby, so he has got it in. He has got the ability to get up there. But I think he's been a bit of a revelation when he's played.
Well, yeah, I really like the lad. Yeah,
that Liverpool game, he was phenomenal, like defensive performance. So I think he's been a bit of a revelation, mate. What do you can talk about him now, mate? Go on.
Yeah, he's good. He's been good.
Let's move on now.
Yeah, no, he's been good. He's got a lot of running in him. For someone that was like linked to having a lot of injuries, he's kind of motors for someone who's seems to have consistent injury problems. Gets around the pitch a lot, hoots up the field. He is consistent at both ends. Obviously, he's not going to go past people like Bogle is, or get a goal like Bogle is. But obviously he nearly scored against who did he hit the bar against? Newcastle. Yeah, so he's got something. Yeah, he's definitely got something, mate. I really like him, and I do actually think he might, if he keeps playing like this, and then BL comes back, or we get a new centre half. I've got a feeling that he might keep with Bogle, keep with James Justin. Sorry, because I feel like James Justin is like definitely a Packer sort of right back. He's defensive, puts in a shift. He's always a 7. Do you know what I mean? He's always putting in 100% effort. He loves that sort of stuff, and he doesn't let too much go. Do you know what I mean? He doesn't give too much away either, and I really like that about him. And I think Parker's going to like that about him as well.
Yeah, I think there's definitely I know we talk about sort of the type of players that we're going after quite a lot, and the players that we're looking at, and they also there's definitely this sort of idea of them being able to run a lot, absolutely run a lot. And if you look across our team, we've got that in abundance from right back to left back. The midfielders that we bring in, they're all motors. Even Grav has been fucking motors about. So that's definitely a characteristic of this team and this recruitment. Let me just bring this comment up here, mate. Why do we want to fix something that isn't broken? Tanaka played his part in scoring the winning goal. I heard someone dingbat numpty still insisting that Ramazani would improve us. Lordy Lord.
Yeah, I don't think he. do you know what? I'm going to agree with Martin here. I don't think he improves us now. He might have done at the start of the year, you know, when the way we were playing the 4-3-3, and you know, like when we had loads of injuries because remember Dan James is still out and stuff like that. But the way we play now, I don't think he'd fit into this system because he doesn't track back enough, does he, Ramazani?
No, I mean we didn't get a huge amount of scope to watch him last season, unfortunately. Yeah. I think when he was in at the start, I think he was in a good vein of form. He was scoring. He was setting.
I forgot all about Ramazani until he was mentioned. Then you know, I keep forgetting they forgot him.
Yeah, he was scoring, he was assisting, and he did track back a little bit, but then he was out injured a lot. And when he come back in, we were already sort of in that. We were,
Yeah,
yeah, we
yeah.
were sort of pissing the league a little bit, and he was
And
coming back
Coleman was
from
on
injury.
fire, Bernie, at that time as well. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Yeah.
So I mean, I agree. I mean, he's not the answer. I mean, there's still I don't know. I still don't know what sort of player he is because he's not done anything when he's gone on loan to Valencia. He had that one assist when he come on in his very first game, and then just disappeared into the background like he did here. So definitely not the answer. Oh yeah, as I say, he doesn't track forward enough for Valencia either. Yeah, that's why they're trying to get rid of him, aren't they?
Yeah, I think they want to get rid of him. I don't know if they can, and I don't think it would suit us right now because we need to bring another player in, not get another player back.
Yeah, but
obviously we've made a signing, haven't we? And so, and obviously he didn't even get on at the weekend, but it ain't the sort of game to bring on a new player, is there?
no. Touching back on James Justin, I think he has been such a like I said, a bit of a revelation for us. Like I didn't expect the level of performance from him. I thought he would just literally be a stand-in at times when we'd have injuries to left back or right back.
Like a Byron last year would be James Justin this year, yeah.
But he's really like sort of put himself on the map, and it's like you'd struggle to sort of pick between them now, to like who you'd start there, whether you'd start Bogle or whether you'd start James Justin, JJ. But like I said, I think there's an element of you'll get more out of an attacking sort of format from Bogle and a more of a defensive from James Justin. But also it depends on how we play. If we play the wing back role or if we play like the 4-3-3. But great signing, man. Great signing. Everyone was sort of complaining about it, like, oh, you've wasted 10 million on a backup player and is not playing and blah blah blah. Just like Buonanotte and Biol when they weren't playing. It's like great signing, mate. Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm quite happy with him.
What do you think of James Justin? The guys that are watching, let us know how you feel about his performances. While we move on to the next, another clean sheet. Another clean sheet.
How many have we got this year? 3 or 4?
4 now. 4, mate.
Yeah.
I predicted 8 or 9, I think.
Everton, Newcastle,
Liverpool away.
And obviously now that's some doing that is in 22 matches in the Premier League.
Mm-hmm. And you just think about the sort of games that we've got coming up at home as well. We've got Burnley at home, we've got Wolves at home,
Forest at home.
We've got a few teams down there.
We've still got to play Sunderland at home. We've got to play Sunderland at home, Wolves at home. We've got to play all these teams at home.
Exactly. So there are games that even a few away games if we just book our ideas up a little bit, but there are a few games that we can shut teams out, and I'm saying
we've got to play Brentford at home as well, haven't we? We've got to play Brentford at home.
Brentford at home, they're a bit of a weird team, aren't they? Because they look when you watch them play other teams, they look amazing, and then when we play them, they look shit.
Got to play Man City at home, Arsenal at home.
Oh, they're easy shutouts. They are.
Yeah, big time, mate.
But it's good though. It's a good thing to get. Like, and that was one thing that was I wanted us to start trying to do a little bit more, because I think as a FAC team, is very big on restricting teams' good chances against us. And to be fair, considering the league that we're playing in, and we're a newly promoted team, I know we keep saying it, we've done well in that regards in terms of how many chances we restrict teams to. We've just had a bit of an unfortunate few defensive mishaps.
Yeah,
conceded us some goals, but now just need to just grow this clean sheet margin and make it a bit bigger, so my predictions can come right. And at the end of the season, I can be like, I'm fucking Mystic Meg. Yeah, Wolves no pushover now. Hope we can get Spurs as well. Yeah, you're right, man.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you. Every game now, after the way we played against Man City, the way we played against Man United, the way we played against Liverpool, I mean, Arsenal, the only team that I'd say we could probably beat us.
Nah,
Yeah.
not at home, mate.
Oh, you see what I mean? I think we stay up comfortably.
Oh yeah. I said this the other week. I said I don't see us really struggling anymore. We'll probably lose another game or two, but
Out of 16.
I don't see us struggling in terms of like battling having a relegation battle. I think that will be quite comfortable. Like I say, we might be near where we are. We might finish near where we are. I think we're going to go up there. Finish
Do you think another 15 points and we're safe?
Possibly, mate. Yeah. I mean, it depends. It's like I say, it's such a crazy league at the moment, isn't it?
Yeah.
So you think a team's coming down and they're getting dragged in, and then they'll go on this little run, and like fucking Everton, they beat Villa today at Villa Park.
Oh no, mad football league, this, isn't it?
We've got them next week.
That's what makes it so good. We'd probably win the Bundesliga. I beat Bayern Munich easy. We'd win the Bundesliga. We'd win the Serie A easy, mate.
Absolutely.
We'd win the Norwegian first tier by canter.
We could probably be going to like the Norwegian and the Serbian league and playing both at the same time and win them both.
Man. They're actually really good quality leagues, man. They are, yeah.
We're the best team.
Maybe the Welsh Premier, but then some of our players will be cup tied.
Fucking Welsh Premier.
I don't want to.
Cardiff should be, and Newport.
Yeah. I mean, I don't want to get too like cocky here because I don't want to come back to eat my words. But I am very, very, very confident at the moment that everything's going to plan. And Daniel, I said he should be sacked ages ago. 9 games ago, I said that. 9 games. Yeah.
He did. I always had faith that he was a capable manager in this league, and even basing it on our performances earlier in the season, we weren't getting the results. But if you watch the games and how we know the whole competing thing, we could have done that all season and went down and competed, but that hasn't happened. And people are talking about that massive the change in systems changed it. I don't think it necessarily has. I think that game, it changed that game. That system massively changed that game, but then it just gives you like when we're losing and we're getting battered by Man City at halftime, it makes that change of system which really helped that game, and we were lucky to lose it. I think it just like clicked in some players' minds, like we're good enough to be getting results in this league. We just played the champions, not the champions, sorry, or the one of the former champions of the league, and we've run them really, really close and unlucky to lose the game. We can get results in this league, and I think it was more the performance, not necessarily the change of formation, which did help that game, but the performance in that second half really like clicked them into gear, because he said like a lot of the games after that, we've not always been playing 3-5-2. We've been flipping and switching between that and our old system, like the Liverpool game where we started in that formation and switched back to our old formation. It ended up getting us back in the game in the draw. So I think it's more about, I kept saying it to you early in the season, it's about the application of the players, not necessarily the manager and his formations and the plays that he's picking or the team that he's picking. It's about the application of the players, and now they're starting to do it, and now they know that they can compete in this league. So absolutely, we're not going to struggle. What's he saying now? Would we win the rest? Oh, what do you think about that? Would we, Kev?
No, not at all.
Not if Red Riding Hood's playing that. I don't know, that's a shit joke, but
yeah,
bad joke. Sorry about that. Let's bring this. Let's talk about this. Buonanotte, the guy that fucked us off in the summer to go to Chelsea to play in the Champions League and not be put in the Champions League team, has come back with his tail between his legs and said, actually,
I love Leeds.
Yeah, I love Leeds. It's the place to be for me. I can really take my game to the next level under the amazing management of Daniel Farke. How do you feel about that signing, mate?
He said he loves Beeston. He says it's the greatest neck of the woods he's ever been in. I mean, any player that's not Jack Harrison that's played in the Premier League that plays attacking, I'd take. Do you know what I mean? I'd take Adam Armstrong over Jack Harrison, Shea Adams over Jack Harrison. I'd take Laji Ramazani over Jack Harrison.
What about Mark Rocker?
I'd take Mark Rocker over Jack Harrison. I'd take Rasmus Christensen over Jack
now you're
Harrison.
pushing it. Now you're pushing it.
I would take Weston McKennie over Jack Harrison. Honestly, he's just shit, isn't he? He's just shit. How he must have the best agent in the world, by the way. Do you know what I mean? He just get a book. You know what? I'll just go Fiorentina. Yeah.
I've got a little thing about Jack Harrison. Let's talk about Buonanotte.
Okay. Yeah, I like the move. Obviously, he's not going to start every single game. Not the way Aronson's playing. Obviously, Tanaka would come in before him for me. I just feel like he might be a bit of a game changer. You know, when we're struggling to do something to unlock a defense, or he might be. You know, when we do the Hail Marys, when we're losing, all the attacking players are on. Joel Perot, Calvert-Lewin, Nmecha, everybody's all on. He might be one of those that comes on for those. He'll probably play more minutes for us at the end of the season. He did obviously for Chelsea, but I think it's a good move. I like it. There's no clause that we have to buy him. It could just be one of those ones where he goes and does really well, scores 15 goals before the end of the season, and then we can't buy him because everybody loves him and thinks he's great now. It's just going to be one of them.
Ben White situation.
Yeah, Ben White situation. So I'm not going to say he's going to be a world beater or anything like that. He's not going to come in and have an impact like Rafinha or anything like that. But as an option, when we need to do something in a match, or someone's injured, or when we need that playmaker, he's that player that I thought he would do something, play well for us at the start of the year. I mean, I'm quite confident he could do that. Yeah.
I hope that he just never plays him for not coming in the summer. It says, now you're going to sit on this bench as well, mate. Nah, I don't really think that. I think he's good. I watched him a couple of times. I didn't watch him like last season when you sort of watched the Leicester and seeing how they were getting on and that. Like, he seemed to be like one of the better players in that team, in the struggling team. He looks like he can play a bit of ball. He looks like he can create. He's got an eye for goal. It's just like I said, like we were talking about that, a little bit of something different in the top half of the pitch, a little bit of a creative spark, a little bit of a flair player, a little bit of an unlocker. And
Brendan Aronson has been doing that since we started talking about that. So
there's nothing wrong with a bit of healthy competition, and maybe getting a player like Buonanotte in who can do that just pushes Aronson on even more, because, like I say, touching on Aaron, I thought he was fucking really good again yesterday.
Yeah, I thought he was one of our best players yesterday. He's just been stronger, doesn't he? He's been on the creatine.
He seems to have really sort of taken on a bit of a mantle of like wanting the ball all the time, wanting to try and do things. Like, he can get out of tight little spaces really, really well, and he should have scored as well.
He turned it around, didn't he? I mean, I've never seen him get an applause like he did yesterday. The only thing that worries me now is he's only got 18 months left on his deal.
But if he continues to play the way he does, he either signs a new contract, we've got a decent player, or we sell him and we actually make some money on him. I don't know. But I'm really, really chuffed for him, because I was probably one of the only people that, when he come back to us in the championship, I sort of overlooked the fact that he went off on loan, and I understood the concept of him not being from Leeds and going and playing in a top league, trying to keep his international sort of aspirations alive, not getting relegated with us. But then he come back while we were still there. We didn't wait till we were back up. And I thought, okay, mate, you've come back. Let's see what you can do. Did okay in the championship, but I think we both said there were moments when he first come where he would do little things, and you think there's something in there with him. Just needs a bit of beefing up, a bit of strength, a bit of confidence, a bit of belief. And the reason I'm chuffed for him is because he's taken powers, still taking powers now, even after the few sort of performances that he's been putting in. He's still taking it now from people that are still sort of writing him off, and it's a few games he's played well, but it's got to start somewhere. It's got, that sort of consistency's got to start somewhere. Now he's doing it. He's creating, scoring. I think he's probably one of our most creative players as well for big chances, and he's been like that all season. But even early in the season, I thought he's never been as bad this season as the shit that he's got this season. Like I said, I think it's because of the performances. We like scapegoats, and he happened to be one of the targets for it. And because Fark believed in him and kept playing him, he was just getting more and more and more. So I'm absolutely chuffed for him. But yeah, but Buonanotte coming in and having that similar sort of way of playing, I think it's just a bonus for us because, if it's not working out for Aronson on an occasion, you've got someone else that can come in and give it a go. But yeah, I'm happy with it. I'm happy with the signing because it's what we sort of said we wanted. We wanted someone like him to come in and add to what we've already got. Yeah, mate, I'm chuffed with that. And now, let me just put this up here because Martin's getting involved. Cheers, Martin. Are we glad we didn't come up first time of asking under Farcar? I think we would have struggled. We are well more prepared now. The likes of Buonanotte. I'm gonna disagree with that, mate. I'll be honest with you. I think we'd have had more money to spend. I don't think we'd have lost Rutter. I don't think it would. I don't think whether we would have done as well as we're doing right now. I don't think it would have been as bad as that. I don't think we would have struggled. I really don't, because I've always thought Farker was a good manager, and I think that the way he sets up his teams to, create loads of chances and not concede chances, and this is what I didn't understand a lot of people saying he's not a Premier League manager. Like, if he can achieve that way of playing in the Premiership, it's only going to be a good thing. But we might have struggled. I'm not saying we wouldn't have, but I believe that we would have probably been a little bit more financially capable to buy a bit more because we wouldn't have had the 2 years Championship sort of structure that we had to, for PSR last season if we'd have come up the first time of acting. But I know what you mean. What do you think about that, Kev?
I mean, I would prefer to gone up. We'd obviously maybe kept Somerville and obviously Rutter, Archie Gray.
Yeah.
We'd also with us now, and Archie Gray could have been a better player than he was at Tottenham.
And they continued in a team that he's used to playing with instead of sitting on the bench again for another big chunk of time.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it could have went badly, and Fat could have got sacked, and blah blah blah. It's all if buts and maybes. But so touching on what you, Jack Harrison. Oh, Kevin's gone. He might be back in a minute. Yeah, so Harrison has gone. He has finally managed to blag a move to Italy. Kev's back. You all right, mate?
Oh, man.
It's all right. Yeah, so I put this up a minute ago. Harrison's gone. You was talking about him a minute ago. He's blagged his move to Italy. Great. I mean, nobody really saw that coming. Nobody really seen that was going to be a thing that's happening. Everyone thought we were stuck for him till 2028, but he's gone. And I think a lot of Leeds fans are going to be very, very happy. For me,
He'll be back at the end of the season, James. No one's buying him.
Wow, we can, Kev. Let's not say shit like that. Let's just hope that he performs to a level that Fiorentina think he is a really good crosser of the ball, and they can buy him. But no one's seen him going out. No one's seen him going anywhere, especially now, because he's not played. And when he has played, he's not done anything apart from give away a penalty and balloon 20 crosses against Derby. So the fact that he's gone out, it's freed up another space for us. That's some good agent play, some good recruitment, and whoever's behind the scenes, who's maybe they just showed him videos of they kept showing him videos of the hat trick he scored against West Ham over and over again. Just changed the West Ham kits to different kits on AI and said, look, he scored 7 hat tricks against against all these teams. He's such a good player. But yeah, he's gone. He's gone, mate. He's gone. Let's just say he's gone forever. Just like you have. Again. You've left me again. Any more signings? Any more signings, Kevin? You keep disappearing on me, lad. You all right, mate?
No.
We're nearly through, mate. We're nearly through.
I know. Sorry.
It's all right. It's all right. I know it's hard being on here talking to me, but just get through it. Do you reckon we're getting any more signings in?
Yeah.
How many and who and when and how much?
So I think you'll get a striker and a centre back.
You think?
Yeah, I do.
Just before this, we went live. There was Romano, you know, the guy with all the info, said that we're in negotiations with a Romano Schmidt, Werder Bremen. Don't know if you've heard of him.
No, not really.
Austrian. I watched the little.
Don't we have a Schmidt who plays for Werder Bremen on loan?
No, I think we do. But not,
is it Schmidt?
It's not him. It's his name's Romano Schmidt. I watched a little bit of his YouTube highlights, you know, like everyone does, and they always put the best bits on. And he looks like a Buonanotte and Aronson player. So maybe
is he number 10?
Yeah, it's a good player. Looks good anyway. He looks decent.
I don't even know who. I haven't been on social media all day, mate. I'm sitting in a dark room, man. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? I've been on.
Yeah, so there's that happening. I don't know how true it is. He seems to be. I don't know how. I don't really know. Is he actually quite up to date with all the?
Who, Fabrizio Romano? Yeah, I think he might have one or two. You know what I mean? I think he might be okay at it. Do you know what I mean? I'm not sure. I don't think many people have heard of him, though, that Fabrizio Romano. Do you know what I mean? So maybe he gets a few wrong, though. Didn't he say that we signed Gvardiol and Rodrigo de Paul and Kvaratskhelia, though? Didn't he say we signed all them? It's basically done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like I say, I'm very much like, I'll wait to see when it's on the Leeds United website and we've got this player. That's when I believe it. But, you know, we have to have someone to talk about here. That's Martin. You've popped up again, mate. We would love Rutter in this team. True, Somerville struggled for a long time. West Ham. Sorry about the West Riding Cup joke, but I did see Tony Curry more than Bradford City in the Cup. Don't be sorry for jokes on here, mate. Have you heard of our jokes? Our jokes are shite.
Yeah,
don't worry about it, mate. You get these jokes in. We love them. Yeah, Rutter would be amazing in this team, to be fair.
I think Rutter would fit well in this team, man. Imagine in that Aronson role, he'd play that. It'd be good. No, we don't want it to be your last message, mate. Even though we're nearly done, yeah.
Keep popping them in, mate. This is what we like. We like a bit of conversation, especially when Kev disappears for a minute on my own.
Yeah, I think Rutter would do well in this team. But I also think Somerville would probably play better than he played for West Ham for us than he did for West Ham. Well, he does for West Ham. Even though he scored yesterday, didn't he?
He's just starting to looks like he's starting to pick up a little bit of form now for them, which is
he was with us for 3 years before he started doing anything.
Yeah. So, are you thinking a centre back and a forward?
Yes, I was thinking that, but now obviously, if we're going after somebody called Romano Schmidt, then I'm not sure that I'm right, because if he goes after another number 10, then oh god,
it just makes you wonder, like, who the outgoings could possibly be.
Joel Pirro.
That's the obvious one, isn't it? There's even talk about Nonto, but I know that's been sort of not debunked. That's not the right word.
Nonto's got a massive future in this club, mate. It just every time he gets something together, we either change system or he gets injured or something like that. Nonto's got a huge future in this club.
He wants to leave, or there's that as well. Remember that bit?
That was ages ago, though, mate. Leave Nonto alone.
Oh no, I like Nonto. I do like
I like
Nonto.
Nunto.
But I mean, we haven't needed him. People keep banging on about we need Tanaka and Nonto in this team, and Fark's favoritism's disgusting. It's like, well, we're doing all right.
Yeah, I know. I can't moan when we're winning. I can moan when we're losing. Do you know what I mean? I can moan when we're getting bashed every week. I can moan them, even with like stuff about Groove and Tanaka. I mean, I know what I'd do if I was the manager. I know what I'd do all day, and I'm allowed to be miffed because I'm a fan. But if he keeps winning football matches, mate, then
that's it. That's it. If we get picking up results and we're climbing away from that relegation zone, and we're looking solid, we're looking like a good team. I mean, I like I say, I'm a very trusting guy. I've trusted Farka with throughout all the seasons that he's been here. Even when he's been slated by a lot of fans for not having plan Bs and stuff, and I'll go on and say, like, in the last 2 seasons we haven't really absolutely needed a plan B, because it's been very, very few games where we didn't dominate and win comfortably. Martin's back. Martin's back. My mate Foxy's brother, Bradford fan, shouted, "Curry, you're rubbish." Curry stopped the game, turned around and said, "Shit off, you CUNT," to his face. I'm still laughing. I'd be laughing as well.
So would I.
Oh, shit off is a great way to tell someone to shit off, I guess.
Do you remember one of our mates shouted Jermaine Wright? You said Jermaine for Wright at Highfield Road. He turned around and looked him right in the face. well, I think we beat him that day. Aaron Lennon was playing.
Yeah, we did. I think, was it Noel Blake? Was it Noel Blake?
Nathan Blake scored the winner.
Blake. Noel Blake.
Yeah, Nathan Blake
scored the winner in his one and only appearance. I think he had for us against.
With Michael Ricketts.
Let me just whack these up because I didn't put them up earlier. You know, I like to get the stats up. I always do that. So this was the stats of yesterday's game against Fulham. The momentum is this very, very one way. Definitely second half, sort of even first half. And our goal right there, right at the end, Nmecha, you little beauty. These are the stats of the game. Fulham with the more possession, it didn't seem like that, but it seemed, you give or take it. XG 1.45, theirs was 0.39. I think that was that really soft header that they headed at Darlow. Luckily, it was a soft one because you probably would have let it in. Shots 14-8 on target, 5, and there's that 1 on target from the header. 22.
Aronson should have scored yesterday when he was throwing goal as well. I mean, we haven't spoken about that, but that's why
I did mention it earlier. He definitely should have
scored. That's why XG is quite high, probably because of that chance. But I mean, I don't just get rid of that XG shit, man.
But then there was the thingy chance as well, the Calvert-Lewin chance. But Aronson sort of set him up, and everyone thought
Nonto set him up. Nonto set him up, didn't he? Nonto put it on a plate to him. He just skied it, yeah.
And then this is after the weekend's results, including the Everton victory over Villa. So there we are, still 16th, but still gathering them points. Only 1 point behind Bournemouth now, who are playing tomorrow against Brighton. Spurs on 27. They're going to finish 17th again, aren't they? Spurs are going to finish 17th again. Got this feeling they're going to finish exactly in the same place as they did last year, but without a European Cup this time. And for all of Frank's amazing work that he's been doing there, seems to be. Is it just a club? It's just no one can.
It's cursed, mate.
Cursed. Lemon curds. Yes, Martin. There was less media training in those days. I think there should be no media training anymore. I think people should just speak how they want to speak and just say what they want to say. It'll be a lot more entertaining for us instead of the same old gibberish bollocks that everyone just speaks about. I do want to point out as well, Kev, for all of the sort of talk about Leeds gambling their attacking force on 2 free signings, injury prone forwards, they're not doing too bad, are they?
Not at all, mate. We got 15 goals from free strikers, from free transfers. Is it 15, 16 goals from free transfers? That's not bad, mate.
It's not bad.
Scored more than Gyökeres, Tosco, Isak, all of those.
World Cup
I think
bound.
Nmecha scored more than Gyökeres and Sesko as well.
Well, he's on 5 now, isn't he?
5 or 6, I think.
5.
Do you know what the funny thing is about Nmecha then? Nmecha scored some of his goals have got us big points as well.
I know, yeah, he has, and he scored against Chelsea as well, which was a great goal, but luckily he was offside.
Yeah, that was a great finish.
So we've got Everton up next Monday, mate. Next Monday,
we'll do a double over them. They're a hard team to play against, though, Everton, but we'll beat them.
Yeah, but so are we, mate.
I know.
Play against now. We're a bloody hard team, and it'll be nice for Calvert-Lewin to go to the new stadium after leaving them last year and score 7 goals. I'll go 7. 7 goals, and he'll keep in line, but the line will go all the way to the halfway line. So he'll have this big line
of 7. Yeah.
7. Yeah. So we'll score one from the halfway line straight from kickoff. We just run up and toe poke it straight into Pickford's face. Smashing. What you reckon? What are you reckoning from that game?
I reckon it's going to be one of those Leeds midweek madness games, mate. Whenever we're running an evening these days, it's always crazy. So I'm expecting a mental game. I'm going to go. It's going to be like 4-3 to Leeds or something like that. 3-2 to Leeds. I'll go 3-2 to Leeds.
Well, now we've been on the reverse of that sort of scoreline. You know, it's going to be the opposite at some point this season, where we're going to be on the right end of one of these games. Maybe it'll be the Everton. I'm going to go like 8-0. 7 goals for Calvert. He's gone again. 8-0 for me. 7 goals for Calvert-Lewin, and I'll let.
Sorry, mate.
It's all right. I'll let Nmecha get another goal for us. So 8-0. Obviously, it's on the Monday, so the show on Sunday. I don't know if we'll still do one. If we've got anything to talk about, if we get any new signings, if you fancy it, Kev, I'll definitely do a match reaction after the Everton game, as I have done for the previous games through the week. I don't think you'll be on that one, will you, mate?
I'll be in bed, mate.
Be in bed. So, yeah, we might do one on Sunday, depending on how things have gone and if there's anything to talk about. I might not, but if not, I'll definitely be doing one on the Monday. Is there anything else that you want to mention about yesterday? Any signings? The West Riding Cup? Shit off, you cunt, whatever.
Whoa, God. Nah, not right now, mate. I'm all good. I'm going to go look at some socials now about this Romano Schmidt guy, and then I'm going to go to sleep.
Thanks, Oina, for saying hello and goodbye. It's been nice for you to.
What a lad.
Yeah, so guys, thanks for joining in. Martin, thanks for the conversation. It's been a pleasure. Like, comment. Sorry, I'm just putting this comment up. Yes, thank you. Like, comment, subscribe, do all that. If you're not watching live, put some comments on the video, and we will try and talk about them, and I will reply to you at least anyway. It's been a pleasure, guys. After another victory for Leeds, a clean sheet, we're marching up that table to 8th, or possibly a Champions League place. We've already discussed that we're going to win the FA Cup as well. Kevin has been on and off tonight, and I've been on. I'll see you next week. Take care.
Bye.